PD MGT in the building. Topic of the day is gonna be what if I had to start over and what I would do to improve and optimize my body. Things I could have did to create more energy for myself. Things I could have did to shock the body more often because we've been in such a state of comfort. Probably not the worst thing in the world to wake up the cells a little bit. You understand me? All right. So first thing I would have did, well, first thing I would do if I was blew up to 300 pounds again would be is I would start off doing just full body plus legs. And let me tell you what I mean by that. So full body exercises has 7 core workouts. It's the chest, back, biceps, triceps, core, legs, and shoulders. Okay, that's 7 workouts that you do when you do full body. The reason I say that's optimal for if you're big trying to get small is because our bodies in when you're big, I feel like they recover different. You went from doing almost probably nothing, that's why you got that big, to go into the gym and trying to like what equal everything out, correct? So best way to do that is to work everything every day. And adding a leg day in there is beneficial because it is going to increase your testosterone and it's going to put you in a different realm than everyone else around you. When I was 300 pounds, something I didn't realize is I had knocked knees a little bit. I stood weird because my body trying to hold up all that weight. Naturally, I should weigh about 160, so I'm almost double the weight that I was supposed to be. So taking body weight and height ratio into the gym, your height has a criteria of a certain weight being a healthy weight for you. Mine is unfortunately 160. I've lost 100 pounds and I'm still not ideally healthy. I'm still technically obese, so you still see me in the gym with the hoodie and the sweats because I'm not where I want to be yet because my body I want to be completely leaned out. I want to be like in the movie Apocalypto, Gladiator, Rambo, freaking Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's what I want to look like. And the best thing I could do to get myself in my mind right here, the one who has lost 100 pounds, the one who has sat here and put in the work, I myself would do full body workouts because it's gonna kind of even out and I get to focus on certain muscles, isolate them and like focus on those specifically. If I'm going into the gym today and doing a chest and shoulder workout with the triceps, that's good and more power to you. In my opinion, that's a bro split. Who people who should be doing that are people who are already in shape, people who already have the body and the physique that they're looking for, and they're really kind of looking to tone up. And not saying that full body cannot be used for a tone. Hold on, there's an airplane. Not saying that you can't use full body to tone up, and or the other one, or the chest, the bro split to lose gain muscle, lose weight. But from coming from someone who has lost the weight, who has done the bro split for months on end, when I first got into the gym, versus making the transition to doing full body and seeing the benefits of long-term bro split versus long-term full body, I'm telling you, full body would have plus legs, would have put me in a different bracket than other people. And that's it. You know, there's nothing more, nothing less. Take my word for it and do it. If you're like, chances are, if you're watching this video, you're already kind of a hefty, but and if you want to get skinny, more power to you. The way to get skinny is locking in on your diet. If you're in the gym, lifting heavy, going strong, and you're big already, you're gonna stay big. Not because you're not eating right, but because you're eating right, going into the gym and lifting heavy, you're going to keep that muscle on you and you're gonna be swole. I'm not saying you're not gonna be like leaned out. I'm saying you're going to be a swole, leaned out, big person because you're eating right and you're working out hard in the gym and you get your sleep, you know. But I'm saying if you're trying to get skinny, purely skinny, just pure skinny, like, and leaned out, skinny and leaned out, you can go in there and work heavy, but it's the diet that's gonna change your body always, you know. So that's gonna lead me into my next thing right here is if I would completely lock in on my diet, which is something I didn't do originally. My original plan was to gain size and be bigger than everyone else in the gym if I could. And over time, my end goal completely flipped. I wanted to be more of a leaned out mass monster. I didn't want to be too big though, like Nick Walker and like Ronnie Coleman. Those guys are not. That's not the goal physique for me specifically. My physique goal is more of a Aziz, potentially Arnold, because they don't look all blocky. They look like a old century. Like when you think of 150 years ago, what the most masculine man could look like. I think a more natural looking guys because I want to look natural as possible because I am as natural as possible. You know, I'm not. The goal isn't to be a big blocky anime character. So, as I said previously stated earlier, it's gonna be the amount of protein you take in that's gonna determine your body weight. If you didn't know that, now you do. If you're eating 250 grams of protein over the course of 5 years, 10, 15 years, and you eat the same thing every meal, and you reach an end goal of 250 grams of protein at the end of the meal for 5, 10, 15 years, you're going to eventually gain muscle. You're going to, by default, you're gaining weight. You're going to be a mass monster if you're eating 250 grams of protein. Your carbohydrates are on point, your macros are on point, your sleep is on point, and that's just basic facts. Look at Arnold, look at Jay Cutler, look at all these famous bodybuilders, even the unfamous ones. Just look up fitness influencers on YouTube and you'll see that there's hundreds of guys who they get older. I say over 5 to 10, 15 years, you're gonna gain that muscle because it's not gonna happen overnight. I see a problem with all these younger guys like myself. I'm 27, younger guys. They wanna look like Ronnie now, tomorrow. They wanna look like Ronnie yesterday. And the problem with that is he looked good young, but he wasn't really winning young. He wasn't until it was later. He was like 30 plus, 35 plus maybe. I don't know everything about Ronnie, but I know he was a grown man when he started winning them Olympias. He was like 45, I believe. Arnold, I don't know how old he was, but that takes time to look like that. It's not gonna happen tomorrow. It's not gonna happen next week. It might take 5 to 10 years to get your desired body, but when you have unrealistic goals, you gotta have an unrealistic time frame. Most people ain't working out more than 3 or 4 years at a time. They get into shape and then they fall off, or they just never really take to the gym. And that's fine and all. You know what I mean? The gym is not for everybody. The gym ain't. Maybe most people ain't unhealthy. Maybe they just don't care like that. And that's fine. Like this is not a criticism show. Like I'm not telling you that you need to get in the gym because you're overweight. I'm not gonna tell you that because if you're happy, that's all that matters. I'm happy in where I'm at in the gym. I was not happy big. You know, I felt happy because I was able to eat what I wanted, but I was really just putting a band-aid on a bigger problem. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna get into all that tonight or right now, this afternoon. So here we go right now. I would do more full body with legs and I would lock in on my diet. Those are the first two things. Then less sauna, more cold plunge. Okay? Let me tell you why. As a bigger guy, I was always radiating a lot of heat. I had uh, two girlfriends at the time, and both of them loved me so much because I was always so warm at night. You know what I mean? And I loved being like a happy, jolly big guy, but I was comfortable. I was too comfortable, and something that I didn't do until like I had already lost 40, 50 pounds. I was already went from 300 to 250 to 240. I started jumping in that cold plunge, and I seen my body flip a switch like that, like instantly, because losing the 50 pounds wasn't just me being in the gym. It was mainly me just slowly eating less, kind of fasting every now and then, changing up when I do and when I don't go to sleep. I was getting my more rest. I was making like even if I woke up out my sleep, I would kind of lay there for a little bit longer because I knew I had stayed up a little bit longer at that night. So that leads me into the when you're in the sauna, it takes a kind of a long time for your body to get uncomfortable. You're really relaxed. You're kind of like just unwinding and like kicking it in there with your homies and really like not taking the whole thing as what it should be, which is a life-altering scenario, because this life is not comfortable, and we don't realize how comfortable we are and how that is affecting our body and making us lazy. And so if I was 300 pounds right now, I would hit the sauna less and hit the cold plunge more and send my body into shock, put my body to the test. It's not gonna be lollygagging in the sauna with your homies and just sweating because you're gonna get to the point where you're just sweating out water. Especially me, I was a bigger guy. I'm in there for 40 minutes at a time with a whole gallon of water, chugging the water, and like what that is not doing anything except like I guess just detoxing you. But like you would have to be in there for 3 days to detox yourself the way you want to. All right, so it takes 3 days for you to detox yourself the way you want to. That's 3 days straight being in there. If you're breaking it up into 30-minute increments, that's gonna take you like about 5 years. 30 minutes every time you go to the gym, and there's 24 hours in a day. I'm not like, come on, dude. That's like, how many sessions would that be in? Like, how many sessions would that be, bro? Like, seriously, come on, get out of here. I'm not. But if you hit the cold plunge once to three times a week, it would give your body a higher level of testosterone, a higher level of HGH, and it's also just putting your body in a state of being uncomfortable. Chances are, all of us take hot showers, so technically, we are taking double saunas, right? I mean, you're in the hot water at home, and then you come to the gym and jump in the hot sauna. Like hot showers have its place as well. Like that's its own conversation right there. Like cold showers, man, I ain't gonna lie. You take cold showers, you're a man. Hot showers, when you're trying to relax, I understand it. But if you have not trained at all today and you just want to get a quick little testosterone boost, turn that cold water on. Go fill up a $30, $50 trash can at Home Depot full of ice, and then put some water in that. And tell me how you feel getting up out of that water after 10 minutes. You don't gotta be in there long. And that's the beauty of the cold plunges. You do not have to be in there long to get the full effect that you're gonna want to get out of it. You know, the what it does to your body biologically, we're never gonna be able to comprehend how our bodies can flip on a dime like that until you do it, until you see it in action. Then you'll be like, you'll come back to this video like, dang, that boy was right, because everything evened me out. Okay, and something I didn't even think about was, all right, so 4 things, essentials, full body. If I was 300, trying to get down and be evened out and look like I was never that weight. I was never 300 pounds. Like I was completely in shape, and look in shape my whole life. Best thing, how I would start that off would be implement full body. And I have a full body workout plan that rotates. If anyone's interested, I'll have it posted. I have a link posted in the bio where you can find me, so you can ask me for it if you want it. So full body, legs, less sauna, more cold plunge, and locking in on the diet. It is not hard, and you cannot mess up if you do exactly what I just said. Full body, plus legs, plus less sauna, more cold plunge, plus locking in on your diet. You cannot mess up. Cannot mess up.